Picture your hometown. Maybe it was small, familiar, and all you knew growing up. Remember back to your high school, walking through the halls and seeing all of your classmates around you. Maybe you were a minority, someone that looked a lot different from the majority of your classmates. Maybe you were part of the majority, one that blended in with everyone else. A lot of times people come from a very synonymous community, one greatly lacking diversity and exposure to people different from themselves. Studies have been done reporting that communities exposed to more diversity constitute less racism, less violence, and smarter individuals, as read by Scientific American. As college students, we come from all over the United States and the world to one 910-acre campus. Within these quarters, students from all 50 states and 100-plus countries outside of the U.S., each bringing their own unique culture, religion, and practices. We are in an ample position of diversity, given an outstanding chance to learn, listen, and appreciate one another's upbringing and ethnicity, and I believe it is crucial to take advantage of our diverse climate in order to develop a more world view, thus making us smarter, more empathetic, and better members of society. I can attest to being from such a small town, Aurora, Ohio, a small, predominantly white, upper middle class community outside of Cleveland, Ohio. Our high school had such little diversity that I can count on two hands how many people identified as a race other than white. With that being said, coming to a new state, housing a completely different culture, along with being on campus bursting with diverse economic classes, races, religions, sexualities, and more, it was intimidating. But the more people I befriend, the more I'm learning how important it is to develop a worldview, to educate yourself in order to be a better friend and member in society. I will now explain to you some of my firsthand experiences on why it is important to have a worldview and engage in the diverse community around you. And these experiences have been gained through my role as an RA this year. I've experienced so many people of different ethnicities on my staff, in my building, and other RAs on campus. I've made great friendships with them, and we have shared a lot about where we come from and the differences we have, and even just being on different ends of the United States. I've also, unfortunately, dealt firsthand with acts of hate between residents due to their race and culture, and I've had to be the mediator and educator in order for them to see past their superficial differences. Dealing with people other than yourself is crucial in college, as we have to live with, study with, and engage with others, but also in the real world through our workplace. There are going to be people different from you, racially, ethnically, and socioeconomically. If you take the time now in college to educate yourself on their culture, appreciate your differences, and develop a more inclusive worldview, you're going to be better coworker, community member, and all-around better American citizen because of it. So study abroad, engage in your RA's programs that educate you on diversity, visit the International House, and even take the time to talk with your classmates that are of different ethnicities, and it will make all the difference in developing your worldview mindset. Now that you have a good understanding of why and how you should engage in the diverse community around you, I ask you to reflect again on those synonymous, non-diverse high school hallways. If you are a part of the majority, think about how you could have interacted better with that minorities and made them feel less secluded. If you were part of the minority, think about how you could have made a difference in your high school, trying to educate people on diversity. Now, take all of those should-have thoughts and think about how you can translate that to UT. You are now given the chance to engage, educate, and make a difference on a larger scale. Use your ideas on what could have been in high school and let it guide you through college. Thank you for your time and attentiveness.